Tonight on the Maritime Beer Report, I have, of course, a bunch of new beers, some favorite seasonals returning, a microbrewer gets invited into the ANBL Growler program, and a few events you may want to check out. Hello and welcome to the September 19th edition of the Maritime Beer Report. Big Axe Brewery brewed their first batch of seasonal harvest ale. They are kegging it tomorrow and say to stay tuned, but what I can say is they showed a bowl of carrots, squash, and toffee. Big Tide Brewing Company brewed Indian Beach Harvest Ale this week with fresh Cascade and Nugget hops grown at Dunhams Vineyard. Indian Beach Nut Brown is a classic British-style brown ale brewed with a blend of Canadian and European malts. Hammond River Brewing says that ANBL contacted them asking if they would participate in their Growler program at the KV store. This is thanks to you taking time to contact ANBL and request growlers of their beer. Hammond River Brewing will start on October 2nd at the KV store, and it will be available for the Growler fill-ups. As a tribute to his dad, the beer that he is choosing to kick off the program is Gammie California Steam Ale. In other Hammond River Brewing news, they are brewing up their inaugural Pumpkin Spice Ale, and it should be available on tap in about 2.5 weeks. Also, in the next week or so, he'll be brewing up another new beer, and it will be an Imperial Vanilla Porter. This beer won a gold medal at in Calgary last year in a home brew competition. He also plans on having 2 versions of this beer, the Vanilla Porter itself and another with bourbon added. Picaroon's Traditional Ale released 7 different batches of its harvest ale, each brewed with maritime malt and a single hop, with different fresh local hops from their hop farmer friends from around the Maritimes. One batch will be the kitchen sink batch, and that'll have a plethora of hops from all the farms. You can once again find out which harvest ale hops and farmers by checking out the batch number on the bottle and going to the Picaroon's website. And you can check out where the hops came from. I think that's a really cool concept. Pump House Brewery released their latest seasonal brew, the Oktoberfest beer. It's now available at Orange Lane location, and I also just heard that it's available for growler fill-ups at the Dieppe store. Railcar Brewing Company received their brewer's license this week, so now they only need to get their products listed, so congratulations to Mitch. Shiretown Beer have their black currant wheat is ready at the brewery in a very limited quantity, and I'll tell you the color on this one looks fantastic. Going on to Nova Scotia now, Big Spruce Brewing is brewing its first pumpkin beer, and this one is going to be a smoked pumpkin. He had the pumpkins on the smoker. They also say that their first keg of their Harvest Double IPA is on tap at the brewery, Hoppily Remarried, and that's a 7.1% ABV. Boxing Rock Brewing Company has been busy these past few weeks. Not only have they commissioned their new fermenter tank, effectively doubling the capacity from this time last year, but their Many Hands Harvest Ale collaboration with North Brewing goes on sale tomorrow. It's available on tap in select locations and in growlers. Gone House in Halifax reports that Karen's upcoming beers with release dates will be Whiskey Maple Porter tomorrow, Belgian Pale Ale was on today, and a Peach Wit, which I said about last week, will be on September 26th, 1 week's time. They're also introducing Brewster on the Bar starting next Tuesday, during which they're going to have a cask of coffee porter on the bar. Meander River Farm had its 5th annual hop harvest last weekend. They send thanks out to everyone that helped out, and their farm yielded 174 pounds of hops this year, with 134 pounds going to Garrison and they kept 40 pounds for their own brewery. Propeller Brewing Company says the organic ale rolls out to NSLC stores on September 29th, and that their pumpkin ale is now available at the both Prop Shop locations. Sea Level Brewing's seasonal New Scotland Heather Ale is now on the shelves at the brewery. This hybrid uses locally grown heather flowers and a unique combination of wet hop Cascade, Fuggle, and Hallertauer hops grown on Sea Level's own hop yard farm. This beer is a 5% ABV and approximately 20 IBUs. Their 355 ml cans will all be available at Bishop Cellar, Cristal, Premier, and Harvest Wine and Spirits, and on tap eventually at Stillwell, Obladi Wine Bar, Agricola Street Brasserie, and Auction House. Sea Level is predicting this one is going to be gone in about 2 weeks. Turning now to a few events you may want to keep your eye on. Local Connections Halifax started selling tickets for their craft beer and local food celebration at the Halifax Club on January 15th. This was a great event last year, and the tickets are going incredibly fast. If you want to go, I would get them as soon as possible because they're predicting a complete sellout by the end of next month. Halifax Oktoberfest is tomorrow in Halifax. It's always a good time. It's down on the waterfront at by the Seaport Farmers Market. And this is a very interesting one coming up early next month. Marilla Amato, Canada's only Master Cicerone and author of Beerology, is coming to Halifax. Please join the Ladies Beer League for a very special book launch and signing with Marilla Amato on October 6th from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. here in Halifax at Lion and Bright. Tickets are on sale now at Eventbrite, and the price includes the book. And that's all I have for this week. So until next time, enjoy responsibly.